Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, allow me to extend my greetings to President Agius and Prosecutor Brammertz. We have studied their reports closely. However, at this meeting, we are not going to talk about what's in the reports so much as what isn't in the reports. The status of the province of Kosovo since the adoption of Resolution 1244 has not changed. However, there is no reference to this in the reports when Kosovo is mentioned. We would ask that a reference to this effect be added and that an official corrigendum to the report be published. Moving on. In its Resolution 2529, the Security Council indicated the need to uphold the rights of persons held in custody, including the right to medical attention. However, there is nothing in the report about how these rights are being implemented. We are particularly worried by the health of General Ratko Mladic. From the press and the statements of representatives of Serbia, we know that his lawyers and members of his family are literally fighting for Mr. Mladic's life. At the same time, the mechanism's leadership and judges reject all of their petitions, saying that they are not in the interests of justice. They are hindering access to medical information. The medical conclusions of independent doctors are being ignored. And the suspect himself is not able to exercise the right provided for in Rule 48 of the Rules of Detention, namely, the right to be visited by doctors of his choosing. But we're not just talking about the accused's health. Rather, this is a question of how long the Security Council can turn a blind eye to its subsidiary organ employing methods of inhumane treatment. Is the aim really to, by any means necessary, get a definitive guilty verdict against yet another Serb, with no regard for any human rights standards or concerns of humanity? Unfortunately, almost all of the sentences in trials conducted by the mechanism's predecessor, the ICTY, and the mechanism itself were predetermined long in advance. Let us please preserve a shred of decency and not violate the rights of detainees. Time and again we hear assurances that the health of detainees is being given due attention, and that apparently Mr. Mladic is in a condition to appear before the court. If that is so, then why is there a problem with him being given a clean bill of health by an independent doctor before court sessions are scheduled? Russia has consistently called for speeding up proceedings, but not at any cost. It is therefore telling that there was a dissenting opinion by Judge Nyambe in the decision of the Appeals Chamber of the 14th of August. The judge stated, in English, in the original, we therefore insistently urge the mechanism's leadership to allow independent doctors chosen by Mr. Mladic to examine him for a full examination and to give him a clean bill of health, including to assess whether he retains cognitive functions. The mechanism's predecessor, the ICTY, has a very poor reputation when it comes to upholding the rights and health of Serbian suspects and detainees. 12 of them died while on trial or while serving their sentences. We hope that the mechanism will not inherit the cruelest practices of the ICTY. Thank you, Mr. President.